At this point, I'd like to call upon the Honorable Dame Smith to come to the podium. Thank you.
Good morning. You all know that it takes a village to raise a child, and as you can see from the introductions we just held, there have been a lot of people involved in this project. But if you ever doubted the power of one, I give you Mrs. Monroe. There is always a need for someone to be the match, for someone to light the spark. And Mrs. Monroe came to see Mr. Jones and I, and she is a warrior for her grandchild. And we all should be that way. So I just want to say thank you to a group of people. I'm just pleased on this special occasion to represent the ministry and the Department of Education, because we are celebrating something truly laudatory. And I believe it represents a first in terms of the Cross Schools Initiative. And I want to congratulate the principals concerned, the paraprofessionals concerned, the teachers concerned for working together to benefit these young people. You've heard that there are more than 30 visually impaired students in our public school system, and on their behalf, and in particular on behalf of our 6 Braille students, I want to publicly thank our generous, community-minded private sector entities who so graciously accepted the call to help. The program will specifically help the 6 Braille students and give them the ability to be successful in both school and community. That would not have been possible without the contributions from the following individuals and organizations. Mr. Butterfield, in his absence, the CEO of HSBC, Mr. Dennis Tucker. Dennis, I'm going to ask you to stand so that we can all applaud you. Mr. Dennis Tucker represents the Bank of Bermuda Foundation. Here we have Ms. Roseanne DeCudo of ACE. In her absence, I want to recognize her, and Mr. Ernest Morrison. Mr. Morrison, would you stand? From Cox, Pallet, and Wilkinson. Their efforts have been selfless, and they stand as a prime demonstration of community spirit. This is just another form of adoption. You know, I've been in favor of seeing our schools adopted. The program has been adopted by those people whose names I've called. And I also want to thank our Education Officer for Special Education, Mrs. Donna Edge Bean, for spearheading this initiative, Principal Shangri-La Durham Thompson for welcoming this program to her school, Prospect Primary School, and when we were looking for a location and giving us a home. So thank you. On behalf of the Ministry of Education and the Bermuda Public School System, I want to thank the wider community, the parents, the grandparents, the Society for the Blind, for your support of the visually impaired. For so long, I have heard about the benefits of technology in this area, but it is just wonderful since the hiring of Mr. Ridley to be able to launch this program, which will see our young people provided with Braille equipment at each level so that they are exposed to the printed word, and their participation in classroom activity will be just like any other student. Thank you to all concerned.